The Bangkok suburbs, May the 30th, 2012. And a jubilant crowd of Burmese migrant workers greets Aung San Suu Kyi. It's the pro-democracy icon's first public appearance outside Burma in more than 20 years. And the fact it comes in front of her compatriots is no coincidence. For more than 2 decades, millions of Burmese have been driving the Thai industrial machine, often working in slave-like conditions. From their idol, a message of hope, and for her audience, the dream of a better life. 3 months later, she's back home, and Thailand's Burmese migrants have sunk back into the harsh realities of daily life. Mung Mya works in the fishing industry. 6 months ago, she convinced her 16-year-old brother to leave northern Burma and come to work in a factory. He's since disappeared.
I don't know where he is. The only thing I know is that he's been held at sea on a fishing boat. He called me once. He was speaking very hurriedly and he shouted out, "Save me, save me." I'm the only person he has. I'm his big sister. When he called me, it broke my heart. He begged me to come and get him, to help him. He told me he didn't have the strength anymore to work on the boat. It was so hard. I know he's suffering. He's alone at sea, and there's nothing I can do to help him.
The industrial province of Maha Chai, nicknamed Little Burma. More than 500,000 migrants live here, working exclusively in menial jobs. Seafood processing is the dominant industry. Fish and shrimp are exported worldwide. The trade generates billions of euros in annual revenue and is growing. In Maha Chai harbour, the human cost is plain to see. These Burmese fishermen are just some of the victims. They've been stranded here for 5 months. Initially promised wages for a year's work, they've yet to see a penny.
Yes, a broker got us the job. The problem is that the job disappeared, and we're stuck in Thailand.
Our biggest fear is the cops. They will find us eventually, and that will mean prison. And we can wave goodbye to our money.
Between 30 and 40% of Burmese migrant fishermen are here illegally. Officially, they don't exist. With no legal recourse, they're easy prey for the mafia networks of the fishing industry. Here, workers are trapped. With no freedom of movement, they're often forced out to sea to work on trawlers.
How does it work? Well, I have to pay a fee for an intermediary, a broker, who takes care of everything. That is the documents, I think, but above all, police protection, for peace of mind. I get the workers when I need them. The rest of it, I don't know.
Recruiting agencies are the entry point into this murky labour supply network. This man and woman are both brokers. The fate of thousands of migrants lies in their hands.
Human trafficking? Are you aware of this?
You know what? No. I've never heard such a thing. It's the opposite. They're all here voluntarily. There is no problem here.
How many customers you have every day?
Customers? What customers? No, I'm here to help friends with their papers. It's my first time here.
The man becomes elusive, his words confused. He's just spotted the camera.
No. Don't stay here, he's filming. Get out, quick, go.
We go back to see Mung Mya.
Very good.
For weeks, the broker responsible for her brother has been ignoring her. She tries to contact him again, this time using our phone.
Konini, is that you?
Yes, who's speaking?
This is about my little brother who has disappeared. You remember?
Mung Mya is desperate to know what's happened to her brother.
Or is it? It's you who forced him to work on the boat.
No, it's not me. I haven't got anything to do with this. It's the man who bought your brother who engineered it all.
I want to talk to this man. Give me his number.
Hey, I don't have this number. It's complicated. It's dangerous now. I'll try. I'll call you back.
Hello? Hello? He hung up. This man is a liar. He keeps changing his story. I don't believe anything he says anymore. Where is my brother?
Mong Mia's brother never intended to work on a boat, but once in Thailand he was forced to go to sea, treated little differently to a slave or prisoner. It's a common story. Sai risked his life escaping the trap.
What I've seen with my own eyes and what I've lived on the boat I'll never forget. 2 of my friends tried to escape one night with a canoe, but the captain and his helpers caught them. One drowned in the middle of the ocean, the other was pulled back on board and electrocuted and tortured before our eyes as an example to the rest of us. In 7 months I saw 5 sailors, all Burmese, killed on board.
We have many stories where workers have jumped overseas into the ocean to try and escape. When they come to shore, they try to escape. But, you know, they're very tightly controlled because the industry is dependent on this form of trafficking or modern slavery to keep them in place. It's very difficult for them to escape from that because they never wanted to be in the situation in the first place. And whether they're restrained physically or they're restrained mentally, I mean, they're also restrained by debt bondage. You know, the brokers know where they are, they know where their families are.
Victoria Point is on the southern tip of Burma, where the country meets the Andaman Sea. Each year, hundreds of thousands of Burmese people pass through here in search of a job and a better life in Thailand. The reality on the other side of the border rarely matches that dream.
I'm not sure where I'm going to work. In the fisheries, I think.
How do you know this job? Somebody told you?
No answer from this 18-year-old who's about to take a leap into the unknown.
Yeah, even though that they have the temporary passport and work permit, but there's going to be the confiscated by the broker or their employers, So that means that they cannot freely to travel in Thailand.
Is Thailand doing enough to combat the scourge of exploitation and human trafficking? For an answer, we went to the very top of government.
The law that we make sure that we treat them as the equal and the basic standard that we have to make sure whoever step in Thailand, we have to make sure with them. Not just only Thai people, but we will support of the other foreign people.
Sai, the survivor, agrees to go with us to Maha Chai. It's the first time he's been back since fleeing 4 months ago. He managed to escape when the boat he was working on docked here, and the captain tried to move him to a processing factory.
I remember, that's it. It was here where they dropped me off with the broker to transfer me to the fish factory.
Soon we find the place nestled in a quiet neighborhood.
This is it. I'm not going in. If they see me, they'll kill me.
We decide to take a closer look for ourselves. The workers at these small fish and shrimp processing plants are often used as a reserve workforce for the fishing boats. The reception we receive backs up what we've been hearing.
Hello.
What are you doing? What do you want? Get this camera away from me. I don't want to be filmed.
We're promptly asked to leave, without any explanation or access to the plant. To better understand how the system works, we go to meet with the Vice Minister of Labour. He's an expert on the issue. No surprise when his family owns one of the largest factories in Maha Chai.
Of course, there are still abuses and excesses, but this is often due to a miscommunication between the employer and the workers. That's all. We are working to improve the system, to ensure everyone is more aware of labour laws in Thailand. But even if we put new laws in place, frankly, it's understandable that employers are not always aware of the changes to the laws and workers' rights.
The exploitation of migrant workers in Thailand is a local scandal, but the train of production and distribution leads to consumers worldwide. We asked this man where these crates of fish are heading.
All of this goes abroad.
It's very difficult for a company to guarantee 100% that there was no forced labor used in the production of the seafood. Even where we do have the good cooperation from the employers, it's often not in these big factories where the abuses are taking place, but further down the supply chain where these forced labor conditions are more prevalent. So it's difficult to monitor, and obviously as is clear, on fishing boats it's very difficult to monitor those conditions at all.
Thailand's fish exports are worth $11 billion a year, 10% of GDP. Thai Union Frozen is the country's largest exporter. It has a big share of the French market, and reports say it could be linked to the company from which Tsai escaped.
You know Petit Navire?
Petit Navire, of course.
If you are French, you should
Absolutely.
know.
I ate that when I was a young French. And we have a case of a company involved in human trafficking, and the workers in this company.
I'm not aware of this company. I don't know.
But they know, they say they work.
You know, it's not, you know, there is no point, okay? For the company like us, we must comply, no question. And there is no reason why we don't want to comply. Because we need workers to work for us. Today, in Thailand, there is a very shortage of labor pool. So we are now today trying to compete to attract workers into the company. And our goal as a Thai Union Group, we want to be the highest pay to our employee in the industry. So that's what we are very proud of.
Senior managers who are proud of their methods, officials who choose not to see the abuses taking place around them. Tracing exactly how food ends up on the plates of Western consumers is a tricky business, but it's hard to ignore the role played by Burmese workers in Thailand's seafood industry.